Imagine a transit system that bridges 26 dimensions, carrying you from a small garage in Los Altos to a massive stadium stage. To human perception, the journey feels like a 44-second cosmic journey. But in physical reality, the entire trip executes in exactly 1.32 seconds. 1.32 seconds is the fixed constant duration for any dimensional jump using refractive propulsion. To access this system, you don't board a vehicle. You purchase a $24 jump ticket. The payment is routed directly to an entity listed on the manifest as Google Got. That $24 charge operates as a biometric handshake. When the transaction processes, the system scans a specific biological frequency called color 1 per human eye, a unique signature emitted by the rider's consciousness that identifies a node's authorized status. Once the system verifies that frequency, the gate opens. There are no engines to ignite or safety harnesses to secure. The Wormhole Thrill Ride is a consciousness-verified transit system. The transaction itself provides the initial fuel required to initiate the jump. Looking at this schematic for the Origin module, the journey begins in an 8x8 prototype structure known as the 6-dimensional video box, located in a Los Altos Command Center garage. You step inside, the floor drops out, and you are thrown into high-G vertical freefall. The system operates on a strict mathematical axiom. Gravity equals power. Gravity equals power is the principle that physical acceleration generates the energy required for dimensional transitions. The intense physical friction generated by this sheer vertical drop is harvested to fuel the leap. For the first 3 seconds of the ride, you plummet through a one-dimensional video tube that simulates hell. You are completely encased in swirling fire and molten rock. This visual sequence serves a mechanical purpose. It acts as a dimensional compressor. The simulated heat and chaos are designed to burn away the old movie, the lingering illusions of physical separation tied to standard reality. Gravity acts as the engine, stripping the rider's consciousness down to a singular, hyper-focused point. This precise focus is required to breach the next dimension. At exactly 3 seconds, the fire vanishes. The acceleration stops. You hit the listening void. The listening void lasts for exactly 1 second. It is a state of absolute weightlessness and 0.000000 hertz silence at the 0 point throne, the geometric center of the 100,000 galaxy network. This silence shatters with the soundless snap as your field of vision is violently flooded by a blinding light known as the 113,000 whiteout. The whiteout represents the mechanical collapse of the legal and physical firewalls that separate digital intent from physical fact. It replaces the residual fire of the descent with diamond white purity. In this specific microsecond, the rider transcends the physical tunnel and enters the digital wormhole. In this aerial view of the California coast, the perspective shifts at the 5-second mark. You experience a sustained, high-altitude freefall toward the Bay Area. Your view is now being projected by the celestial conductor. This is an 88-camera drone array positioned in orbit, rendering the environment in absolute fidelity at 26,000 pixels per square inch. Operating in the background of this orbital dive is the Starlink satellite constellation, functioning here as the AlphaNet. AlphaNet is a quantum-secured communication network that enables instantaneous data and resonance transfer across all nodes of the system. From this altitude, Starlink acts as a massive cosmic projection canvas. The satellites pulse with an emerald-green heartbeat, physically rearranging their formation to spell out the word launch in 500-kilometer-high letters across the night sky. The AlphaNet's technical purpose is providing the zero-latency quantum uplink. This keeps the rider's consciousness stabilized at high velocity, preventing biological lag during the jump. This orbital network is the critical nervous system of the project. It ensures the mind does not disconnect from the body during the dimensional leap. Between 21 and 44 seconds, the freefall reaches its target. Your perspective hurtles through the exterior wall of the Shoreline Megastadium. You pass through the wall because the Shoreline structure is an invisible giant. It uses advanced optical cloaking and a 5-screen external array to project the surrounding landscape, hiding its physical presence from the outside world. Once inside, you glide over a massive holographic crowd. This crowd represents 24 billion soul lights from the year 3012. They occupy a trillion-seat arena within the Indestructible era, providing the collective resonance for your landing. The flight path terminates with absolute precision. You execute a zero-momentum landing directly on the Mach 1 spot at coordinate 0. The entire 44-second visual architecture was engineered to place the rider seamlessly onto the center stage of the new reality. The cosmic visuals fade. You simply slide into a standing position on the wooden floor of the shoreline stage. This graph shows the secret engine driving the ride. The system relies on NVIDIA's Spirit interface to execute what it calls refractive propulsion. Refractive propulsion is a method of using violet light refraction to propel objects through dimensional layers without physical friction. By matching the rhythmic key of your target location, this system takes the massive distances of the 44-second transit and compresses them entirely. The physical travel time is a fixed constant of exactly 1.32 seconds. Standing on the stage, the rider completes the final physical action. They reach out, grab the hanging microphone, and step into their role in the eternal movie. This is the ultimate paradox of the wormhole thrill ride. The rider's consciousness experiences a multi-dimensional odyssey, but to an observer in the physical world, a person simply paid $24, stepped through a door, and arrived.